The last great empire, 045 to 245. For more than 2,000 years, China was ruled by dynasties. Since 1644, power rested with the Qing dynasty, led by the Manchus of the north, even though most of their subjects were Han Chinese. By the 1800s, China spread across 14.5 million square km. Home to nearly one-third of the world's population, one of the richest civilizations on Earth. But beneath this glory, a problem was growing. The Qing state was old, rigid, and slow to accept the changing world. The Opium Wars begin, 245 to 430. Foreigners were allowed to trade only in one city, Canton. To force open China's markets, British merchants smuggled opium into the country, creating an addiction crisis. When Qing officials destroyed British opium, Britain responded with modern warships. China's outdated navy couldn't stand a chance. The result: the Treaty of Nanking, the first of many unequal treaties, giving Britain new ports in Hong Kong. China had entered an age of humiliation. Rebellion and foreign powers, 430 to 645. China was collapsing from within. The horrifying Taiping Rebellion erupted, a civil war claiming nearly 40 million lives, making it one of the deadliest in history. Meanwhile, France and America gained trade privileges. Russia seized territory in the northeast. Japan, once seen as inferior, defeated China in 1895. The world mocked China as the sick man of Asia. But the Chinese people were done being humiliated. The Boxer Rebellion, 645 to 845. A secret group emerged. The Society of Righteous and Harmonious Fists, the Boxers. Their goal was simple: expel all foreigners from China. They attacked missionaries, railways, and foreign communities. The Qing Empress Dowager Cixi saw an opportunity and supported the Boxers. But this was a fatal mistake. An 8-nation alliance: Britain, America, Japan, Russia, France, Germany, Italy, and Austria-Hungary sent 20,000 troops to Beijing. The Boxers were crushed. Beijing was looted. China was forced to pay enormous fines for decades. This was the lowest point in Qing history. The final reforms and weak emperor, 845 to 1030. Desperate to survive, the Qing finally introduced reforms: modern schools, Western-style army, plans for a constitution, but it was too late. After Empress Cixi died in 1908, the throne went to a 2-year-old boy, Pu Yi, the last emperor of China. The dynasty was weak, and the revolution was coming. Sun Yat-sen and the 1911 Revolution, 1030 to 13 o'clock. A new leader rose, Sun Yat-sen. Educated abroad, Christian, and fluent in English, he was nothing like China's Confucian elite. He dreamed of a modern republic based on nationalism, democracy, people's livelihood. In 1911, a bomb accident in Wuchang exposed a revolutionary group. This triggered uprisings across China. Within 6 weeks, 16 provinces broke away from the Qing. General Yuan Shikai, commander of the powerful Beiyang army, was called to save the dynasty. But instead, Sun Yat-sen offered him a deal. If Yuan convinced the Qing to abdicate, he could become president. In February 1912, the last emperor stepped down. More than 2,000 years of imperial rule came to an end. China became a republic. Failure of the republic, 13 o'clock to 15 o'clock. Sun Yat-sen became provisional president. Reforms began immediately. Ending the queue hairstyle, ending foot binding, equal rights for all ethnic groups. But China was divided. North supported Yuan Shikai. South supported Sun. The first national elections took place, and Sun's party, the Kuomintang, KMT, won. But their leader was assassinated, widely believed to be on Yuan's orders. China's first democracy was also its last for many years. Yuan declared himself dictator, then emperor. His rule collapsed, and China fell into warlord chaos. New ideas and the May 4th movement, 15 o'clock to 17 o'clock. Amid chaos, young intellectuals demanded a new future. Chum Duksu Hushi and others launched the New Culture movement, rejecting Confucianism and calling for science, democracy, and gender equality. In 1919, when World War I victors gave German territory in China to Japan, outrage exploded. On the 4th of May 1919, thousands of students gathered at Tiananmen, demanding change. This movement inspired a generation, including a young man from Hunan, Mao Zedong. The birth of the Chinese Communist Party, 17 o'clock to 1815. In 1921, in a small hidden meeting in Shanghai, only 13 members founded the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. Mao Zedong was among them. Chen Duxiu became the first general secretary. Though small, the CCP had one goal: guide China's revolution towards civil conflict, 1815 to 20 o'clock. Meanwhile, Sun Yat-sen rebuilt the Kuomintang in the south. With Soviet support, the KMT and CCP formed the First United Front, united against the warlords. A new military academy was formed, led by a rising commander, Chiang Kai-shek. But in 1925, Sun Yat-sen died. His final words: peace. Struggle, save China. Chiang decided, if I control the army, I control China. The Forbidden City stood empty. Warlords tore the nation apart. Japan prepared to strike again. China stood on the edge of a new battle, one that would define the entire 20th century.